What's up, everyone? I'm in my room because it's way too hot outside, and my phone actually shut off during the first recording of this. So I just wanted to do a little recap of this whole latte art calendar that I created so that I can really up my game in latte art. If you haven't really been following along, I've just been seeing that my latte art skills have been diminishing a lot, mainly because I don't pour very often anymore, and yeah, I just don't get that opportunity. And even though I have an espresso machine at home, it is very rare, and I almost never will turn on my machine after work just to make coffee, because by the time I get home from work, it's time to work out, and I've already been caffeinated, so there's no point for that. But this whole week so far has been great. I've seen a lot of improvement in my patterns, and essentially the way that I structured this whole plan was for the month of August. During the first week, I would focus on pouring hearts. Second week, I would focus on just pouring stack patterns. Third week would be tulips, and then the fourth week would be rosettas. And then the last week of August, there's 4 days. I would do one heart pour, one stack pour, one tulip pour, and then one rosetta pour. And what has been really great is pouring every single day. And one thing that I was kind of thinking about was does it really matter if I'm pouring every day, or is it better to kind of just jam 20 or 30 pours into one session? And I have to say, the amount of growth that I've seen in just this 1 week has been phenomenal. And I think there is a huge benefit in being consistent every single day. And a lot of it's because it allows our mind or our brain and also our muscles to really synchronize together. So that consistency is huge for that. And it allows also for a huge reset. I found there are a few days where my technique was just off, because especially in the beginning of the week, where I'm still trying to learn how to relearn how to control all these aspects of pouring really beautiful consistent latte art. Having that reset for that next day where that synchronization could happen, it really showed for me. So I think with some of the big takeaways for this week was really understanding again how to control the milk flow, how much milk is coming out of the pitcher, and understanding how flow really causes certain whether it's desired or undesired effects in the latte art pattern. So that was really interesting, kind of refining that in my technique. Another thing was really having a good control over movement. So in a lot of the videos that I posted, I'm doing this wiggle motion, and man, the first 2 days it was just kind of very sloppy and trashy. And then as I was progressing, I found that I was able to have a better control over my movements, and I was able to create nice symmetrical patterns through that. Another big thing was, again with the movements, is understanding how to control the consistency of my length of movements, right? So if I'm referencing this cup, if I'm holding it, and if this is the top of the cup, and if this is the back of the cup, if my movements are inconsistent and I'm kind of pouring heavier towards one side, it will make that side either more rounded, it might make it more developed and bigger, and then the opposite lobe of the heart would become like a little bit more stunted. So really finding like a good control over my movements and understanding like how to like do that was really integral in pouring consistent patterns. Yeah, I think I'm like really, I was surprised with the amount of progress that I made, and really understanding like the intricacies of like a singular pattern. And it was also like a little bit frustrating because like I always thought like, okay, I'm good at this. And when I started doing this challenge, I'm like, I don't know if I'm good at this. So kind of finding my legs again was like, has been awesome because I feel like I'm on the right track. I don't feel like I'm where I want to be yet. I still feel like there's a lot of room for growth and progress. But at the same time, like in just this 1 week, I wouldn't say I'm happy where I'm at, but like I know at least I'm like going in the right direction, which has been great. I will continue to post these updated videos once a week, but if you really want to see like the progress of my pours, I won't really be posting those videos on YouTube. That content will mainly be focused on my Instagram. You can see the handle like right over here, and I'm posting like a photo of my pour along with the actual video of my pour. So that's really been interesting. Kind of in a way like putting that content out there, because like it is a very like vulnerable thing, because you just don't know like how, especially if like I'm never really satisfied with like my latte art pours. So to put that content out there, it's like, man, like if I don't think it's good, then I'm sure there's other people that might also think it's not that good. But for me, I know I'm like mature enough where like that doesn't matter as much anymore. For me, what really matters now is just like finding improvement and growth. So that's really been awesome, being able to see that progress. And another big, like one big thing that I'm trying to really discover is like my own style of latte art. And with so much like latte art content, especially on like Instagram, like it's so easy for like a lot of these like photos or videos to kind of get lost in the mix. But I think one cool thing is like if you look at like one specific artist and all the pictures or videos that like she or he posts, it's like you can really see like each individual style. And I think it takes a lot of repetition, and it takes a lot of just like practice and a lot of like actual like pouring to find that style. So I think that's one thing that I'm really excited to find again, is like, okay, what is my style in latte art, and what separates like my pours and patterns from another artist. Like I'm excited to see how this journey progresses. And I already posted my first day stack picture and video. So it's just gonna continue to hopefully get better, but at the same time, like I want to be like honest with it, and if I'm just not feeling it, like to still post that like picture, to post that video and just be like, today sucked, but I'm still glad that I poured, because it sets up that foundation to like continue to get better. So I hope that these posts have been at least like fun to look at, but also if it's inspired you to like pursue and practice your art on a consistent basis, whether it's like, it could be like cooking, it could also be latte art, you know, it could be like painting or sculpting or drawing, whatever it is. Like I hope that this has sparked something in you to wanna like get better at your craft. So again, thanks for following along. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all later.